I'm Cyndi Lee, and I live in Lynchburg, Virginia. I moved here with my dog Leroy from New York City. It's really pretty and good here. Now I travel the world teaching yoga and meditation. I also have retreats and trainings in Lynchburg. Come visit me. These videos are straight from the Cyndi Sphere. I hope you enjoy them. I'm Cyndi Lee, and welcome to the Cyndi Sphere. Today's subject is, what is yoga? There's so many ways to ask that question. There's so many ways to define the answers, and that's what's great. Mr. Iyengar said yoga is an ocean, and so we can dive into it every day from a different beach and taste the water new again and again. Today I thought it would be fun to look at Yoga Sutra 1 and 2 as a, way to get some teachings that are very useful for framing our practice as a way to live. Yoga Sutra number 1 from the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali says something like, yoga is now, or now the teachings of yoga begin. These are open for vast translation and many commentaries over thousands of years. But I like to think of yoga is now as the way that this philosophy begins. Yes, it's now. Let's begin. But yoga is always now. Yoga can't be in the past. Yoga can't be in the future, because it means integration. It means relationship with ourself and everything. And so when we're in that moment, when we're experiencing that sense of total integration, not outside ourselves, but with all, then we're in a state of yoga. So that's number 1. Number 2, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which is translated also in many different ways. One very typical way of translating that is yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. So maybe we'll dig into this one a little bit more. Let's start by looking at the actual words here, these Sanskrit words. The first word is yoga. And I like to ask you to think about this right now, because I'm guessing you already know something about yoga. Could you find a way to define yoga without using the words union, yuj, yoke, bind, body, mind, speech, spirit? What do you got? Okay, well, since I can't hear you right now and you can hear me, I'll tell you what I got. I got relationship. Relationship. We think of yoga as connecting opposites. And so this is about relationship, and we're all in relationship. If you're a parent, if you're a child, if you have a friend, if you're at all interacting with yourself, then you're in relationship. In fact, we're always in relationship with everything and all that is. So yoga is very deep, very profound, very personal. Chitta. Chitta means heart or mind. My teacher, Gelek Rinpoche, speaks of them in a way that's interchangeable. Heart and mind. Yoga, chitta. Vritti. Vritti. Do you know any other words, if you're a yogi, that have the word vritti in it? Here's a hint. Twists, right? Vritti, parivrita, this thing and that thing. Rotations, twists, movements, vrittis. Nirodha. Nirodha, we could think of that as a gap, a natural stopping, a natural opening, a natural awakening. So we could say that yoga, or the relationship of ourself with all, our mind, has turnings, and there's a natural gap that can happen. And when that natural gap happens, we're back to number 1. Yoga is now. In that moment, we're right now. In Buddhism, there's a term for that, which is called a flash of lightning in the dark of night. When you see lightning, you're like, whoa. And in that moment, we're awake and we're present and we're now. So that's where we're going. That's what we're thinking about. That's the fruitional aspect of our practice. We have to start where we are before we can step even into the practices. So here's your homework for today. You can think about, you can jog, you can talk with your friends. How do you avoid being in the now? How do you avoid being present? I've asked different people. Some people say Facebook. Some people say eating. Some people say Ujjayi breathing. What about for you? How do you avoid being present? Good luck with that. And thanks for visiting me in the Cyndi Sphere. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be parted from freedom's true joy. May all beings dwell in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.